So we're going to talk very briefly about creating design ideas for products using the process of lamination to come up with your ideas. So we're going to take basic piece of paper, split it into four, very roughly, and then what we're going to do is we are going to take four types of products. So first of all, I'm going to go lamp, I'm going to go chair, and then I'm gonna come up with some other ones later. But for now, what I want to try and do is I want to try and create some kind of product using the lamination technique that we looked at in the lesson. And the way that works is where you layer up different layers and strips of plywood to get yourself sort of a product that is curved, not cut in a curved shape, but actually curved physically, that will hold its shape. So my lamp, I'm gonna think about doing a lamp. So to start my sketch off, I'm just gonna draw myself a nice little rough box or a base, and I'm gonna create sort of the outline shape, which essentially is going to be some kind of 3D square. Okay, once I've got my rough idea what's going on here, I'm going to put a nice big base on it. Nice big square base, that's fine. Because what you don't need to use is you don't need to use the actual process for the whole product, just part of it. So I'm going to use, I think I'm just going to use a piece of laminate to do the neck of the actual lamp. So put the head of my lamp here, and that's be a nice round one. And I'm going to just use that format there just to put a nice piece of plywood there. Okay, so you can see that piece of plywood is being bent between here and here. It gives you an idea about what you could do. Oh, actually, I could even use a bent piece of plywood here, couldn't I, to go around the lamp, and then obviously the light shines from there, and we're all good. To make that look a bit nicer, I might actually use that shape, mirror that shape in the bottom of my in the base of my product, like this, and that gives me the ability to just firm in my lines, make it look a little bit better. That's as far as detail is concerned. I'm happy with that for now. I just want to get the ideas done to have an idea of what this is going to look like. Maybe a little on-off switch here, maybe a little switch here, maybe to turn it on and off. Put a little power cable coming out the back, and that is a basic drawing to start us off. That's all we need. Right, so as far as the chair is concerned, I might try a different way. So I might actually start, my basic chair is going to look a bit like this. I'm going to do my rough crate again. So I'm going to start my chair off with a back, and so that's the back and that's the chair, and that's kind of where the four legs would be. Only this time what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use that plywood curve here. So I know that's been used before in cantilever style chairs, where you can use that plywood to have a go at that. So that's that. What I might even do is use the same cantilever design to come up and make the arms as well. So I can bend that from plywood to create that shape. Up and around there. Just a very rough sketch. Doesn't need to be loads. And just make the back a little bit softer. Take those sharp corners off. So it looks like it's got a decent back on it. Give it some thickness. And make sure these got thickness as well. And I'm obviously missing off that back part there. Now in my head, I think to myself, actually, this isn't going to be stable enough sideways. So I'm going to make sure I'm going to put some, need to put some bits which are going to hold it together. So I might put some braces top and bottom to make sure that it doesn't wobble that way. Okay. And then I'm just going to firm in those lines, make sure I know the product that I'm making is going to look okay as a rough sketch for now. And then thickness on material here. You might even say to yourself, well, actually I want that to be fabric, so I can give that a bit of rendering, bit of shading, make that a nice frame for it just to attach to, like that, and that gives you a chair. Just an idea of you using laminated plywood in these two sections here. So I've come up with those very, very quickly, and I've got an idea of what I'm doing. Once you've done those ideas, you can start annotating. So for example, where I've got the head of my lamp, I can say laminated shade. Shade. Okay, so so it doesn't blind the user, I might actually say heavy base made from oak, because it's nice and heavy. So does not topple over. Okay, so you get the idea. You start annotating features that are on here and how it goes. You get the idea. That's what I want you to do. I want to do 4 ideas and then get them submitted at the end.